Hello and welcome to a new episode. This is Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yes, I don't only play Poke1, I also play Pokemon on the real games as well, Pokemon Sword and Shield, and actually have a lot of fun. I've gone ahead and made the Masters tier on both singles and doubles. So I figure, you know what, maybe people would be interested to see me play here as well. I have a lot of fun playing in Poke1, and I'm actually trying to improve my skills here on Sword and Shield. I've never played competitively before, but I'm getting more and more interested, and so I thought, what better way to show what's going on and let you guys see me play around here as well. And if you guys like it, then maybe I can keep making some videos and see if we can try to increase up the ladder. It's very competitive. There's a lot that I have to learn as well, but I think that's what these videos can be for. It's not going to be like, oh hey, watch me always win, and you know, I'm going to have edited clips where like you're only seeing the wins and no losses. Okay, we actually have a Trick Room team that we're going against, and we are Trick Room ourselves. I think they have a couple options to not run Trick Room here. Like we have the First Impressions, most likely, with the Gallisopod, so that'll be interesting. I wonder, we don't have Grass, but we do have, yeah, Gastrodon is going to be good help. I am liking the Dark here. So let's go ahead and let's see. Mimikyu could be interesting. Let's just go like heavy and slow right off the bat. Can have Gastrodon in the back. And I don't think we really need Hatterene. I mean, I guess we can. In case we need to put down any terrain to stop Mimikyu's Shadow Sneak or something like that. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be more about us learning the game and trying to improve our skills and get better as a VGC battler. And not so much of like, hey, look how great I am, I never lose, because I'm going to lose a lot. Just going to warn you. That's part of the gig. Oh, our opponent has Shiny right here, stunting on us. Stunting is a habit. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely a habit. So yeah, he has the Frisk. Ugh. I mean, it's pretty inappropriate, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead. We don't want to proc the weakness policy. Gotta feel like he's gonna be Dynamaxing, right? Let's go ahead for Rock Slide, see if we can get a flinch on the Dusclops, and we're gonna actually knock off the Dusclops as well. Get that Eviolite off of him. Not sure if he's going to be going for a Trick Room here, since he sees that we're also bringing some slow people. So he might just opt to burn us and Pain Split and do all those cool things. But the hope here is that I guess we'll see who's slower, his Rhyperior or our Rhyperior. And if he procs our weakness policy, it looks like he is faster. So we aren't too likely. So he's going to proc our weakness policy. It's too bad we didn't Dynamax there then. But we are going to get a nice Rock Slide out the way. And then if we can get him to flinch, then that might get us back in the game. Or if we can just kill him. I guess that does proc his as well, doesn't it? For himself, and then let's see if we can actually get an overall kill here. So that's not enough to get the kill, even with super effective and knocking off the Eviolite. So opponent, yeah, he tried to activate his own weakness policy, which is a good move, not gonna lie. The question is, yeah, we don't have a flying type to take an earth type attack, so I think we're just gonna have to go ahead, sit in and take this hit. And I guess we can. The Rhyperior is a problem. Yeah, we're gonna have to Dynamax our own, and we're gonna Steel Spike. Try to buff up our defense since the Rhyperior is gonna be hitting so hard. It's like we've built our team so well for the Trick Room. It's actually hurting us here that we're slower than his Rhyperior. But made ours as slow as humanly possible. We even put glue on the bottom of his feet here. Opponent goes for an ally switch. That's fine. If he's wasting his attack on that, it's not a big deal. And if he's gonna knock out the Rhyperior. Okay, so he's gonna gain some attack. We're gonna gain some defense. We're gonna be leveled out there. But this is probably not gonna knock out the Dusclops. Okay, cool. It does. So Dusclops did pretty good for him. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever we bring out, it's likely to get demolished. But we can protect to hopefully survive some like not all the damage, but some, and then follow up with like a water attack afterwards. So we have the Glissapod, probably with some sort of first impression shenanigans. So let's go ahead and protect here. We're gonna go for a Max Steel Spike, since we have a Stab on this one as opposed to the Max Knuckle. And this is our opponent's last turn for Dynamax. So if we can somehow weather this storm, then we might be able to make a comeback. The Dusclops proccing his own weakness policy. Oh, we see a Max Guard, which I guess is okay. I don't know. That's kind of, I mean, sure, if you want to get out of your Dynamax, then so be it. Because we still are going to have one more turn. Okay. Perfect. So now we're up. We're going to Sludge, or no, we're going to Scald. And we're going to Max Steel Spike here. We're going to double up. Sort of a double entendre of attacking prowess onto this Rhyperior, and if we can get this guy down, then we can get that weakness policyed Mon out of the way. Here comes a Sucker Punch. Does a lot of damage. Oh, good. Opponent gets a critical hit. And we do see the Life Orb is on there. So here comes the Scald. Let's see how much damage this can do. Oh, cool, and it gets a one-shot. Hey, big jerk, you're getting crits off of us. The Steel Spike is going to boost up our defense, so that can be helpful as well. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage on the Glissapod, but hopefully that means, like, with that extra defense, perhaps we can survive like another Sucker Punch, and hopefully they don't get another crit. There's a couple hopefullys there. And we do see a Duraludon, so we have to hope that there is no fire attack from this Duraludon, which is probably not going to be the case. We're going to go ahead and go after the Duraludon there, the physical attack. And knocking out the Light Orb is not going to be a huge deal. Let's go ahead and try to knock that off of him. So we can he'll hit us first, take some Life Orb damage, and then we can knock it off so he won't have it for the turn afterwards. I think that can be the best way for us to do a decent amount of damage and try to, like, stay as healthy as possible. Yeah, so we see another Sucker Punch. Yeah, that's doing a lot less. There he loses some HP. Thunderbolt comes out, which is fine. That's not Flame Thrower, so. And we see a big hit from the Gastrodon. Big whamma-lamma ding-dong. Here comes a knockoff. So there you go. So no more Life Orb. We got a 2v1, and we should still have Hatterene. Yeah, we have a Hatterene in the back. So we're looking like we're in pretty good shape here. I think we can go ahead and Sludge Wave. It's not going to hurt our Escavalier. And I guess we'll just go ahead. Oh, like we're just gonna go ahead and knock off and just make sure that we land the attack for certain. And the battle was canceled. There we go. Let's go. Squashing spiders. I'm with that. So that was a good match. I mean, opponent started off pretty hot and heavy with their Rhyperior, getting the weakness policy proc. But we were, hey, congratulations on winning. Oh, why, thank you. Oh, wow, we got a ribbon. Well, well, I say. Well, how about that? We have ourselves a ribbon. And we go down to 7,500. Let's go ahead and get in another match right now, because that was pretty good. I liked our team, so let's see if we can continue the winning streak here. But yeah, so that was pretty impressive of us to withstand that after his really fast start here. Okay, so we see Halucha, which is going to be kind of a problem. We don't have any electric. We do have Hatterene, so I think Hatterene is going to be important here. Yeah, Hatterene. We also see the Tyranitar. Okay, we see a Diggersby, which could be problematic if they try to get some sort of belly drum or stuff like that off. No ice and no dragon for their dragon, for their Appleton. Okay. I think we're just going to go full on, like, just standard Trick Room vibe here. Hatterene's definitely coming here. That Escavalier was money for us last time, so I think we're going to do that. It does give us a bug move for the Appleton. I'm not really seeing any direct fire attacks, so maybe the Tyranitar could have fire, so we'll have to be wary of that from Escavalier, but besides that, I think we're looking pretty good, and we'll go with the Rhyperior. So this is just full-on standard Trick Room set with our own spice. Couple seasonings there of Escavalier, some of the good stuff, and we'll see if we can put together some back-to-back wins. And let's see who they're starting off with. So, okay, so starting out with Diggersby and Tyranitar. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead, try for the Trick Room. I guess T-Tar could go for Crunch and try to one-shot the Dusclops, but we're just gonna do what we can. Max Starfall, Dynamax, Max Starfall, go for the T-Tar, and if we can get Trick Room off and keep Hatterene alive to get that Starfall off, I think we're gonna be in a very, very strong position. Then we should be slower than everything else after that. So here comes the Dynamax, which we were pretty much expecting to see here. We'll see who it's going to be. What's a Luxury Ball, though? So yeah. Here comes the T-Tar. We're just pretty much assuming we're going to see a Max Darkness looking to take down the Dusclops before we can get Trick Room set up. But if we are then able to trade Dusclops for the T-Tar, like, I'm going to be more than happy with that trade. So we'll see how beefy Dusclops is really. So here's the hoping. Here comes the Surf. Okay, the Surf is going to proc weakness policy, so that's actually going to be very hard for us. So back-to-back games of the opponent doing a move to proc their own weakness policy. So I guess we're, yeah, Dusclops is definitely going to be going down at this point then. And we do see a drop on our special defense. So opponent did two moves to get rid of our Trick Room setter here. And Starfall does not do enough to get the kill. Question is, does he have a fire attack? He might have fire, but the thing with this is if he goes after Escavalier, then that means that our Hatterene is going to stay alive. So I guess we can kind of use the Escavalier here as bait. The question is, we want to go Mega Horn? Close combat. Close combat takes him down if he if this guy survives. So let's go ahead. Actually, let's go ahead. It's close combat. Diggers B. Let's get another max starfall on the Tyranitar. Try to take them both down. Maybe we can get like a crit or something. That could be helpful here. So here comes Giga Impact. Okay. I guess that Diggersby's not going to be moving much the next turn. This could be a double. Oh, so yeah, here is the max flare. And there we go down there as well. So yeah, we're kind of worried about that fire attack, and it turned out that he did have it. That weakness policy proc on the T-Tar is proven to be very, very problematic for us. But we are able to take him down. That's huge. But it did cost us a lot of Pokemon in the process. So we have a weak Hatterene, and we have completely healthy Rhyperior, but the Rhyperior is not going to be able to Dynamax. So things are going to be a bit difficult. We do see a Psychic Surge come out, which means that our psychic attacks are stronger now. Question is, do we want to Rock Slide? I think we do want to Rock Slide, because we can't expect to see a Follow Me come out. Yeah, let's go ahead and Rock Slide, and I guess we can max Starfall to try to change the terrain from the Psychic back to the Misty terrain. That way, if their opponent tries to do anything like burns or that sort of thing, we can be protected from that. Expecting a Follow Me from the Indeedee anyways, but we're just going to click it. Yeah, that was always coming, but figured we would just spread out our attacks just in case it didn't. Diggersby does have to recharge though. So here comes a Rock Slide. Does a decent amount of damage, so that kind of happy to see that. And max Starfall here, so see if this can get. That does get the kill on the Indeedee. And all right, looking pretty good here. Opponent has gonna have one completely healthy Pokemon, and then a beat up Diggersby. Ooh, and here is the Appleton, which is actually going to be scary because it does carry grass attacks, and we're not going to be able to Dynamax. But I think what we're going to go ahead and do. Yeah, actually, let's try to get these guys down. Let's go ahead and Superpower Diggersby. Dazzling Gleam to hit both, and see how this works. So here comes the Earthquake. Hatterene goes down, so that's actually unfortunate. It does proc our weakness policy, but I don't think we're going to be able to withstand a grass attack and then another attack. So we'll see how much damage this Appleton's able to do. Here comes Superpower. Down goes Diggersby. That guy was pesky. Our defense falls there, but that's fine. He's doing special attacks anyways. But yeah, that was a big hit. 4 times weak to grass, so that was a problem. So yeah, that was a tough one. That's a back-to-back weakness policy proc, so we're gonna have to figure out what we can do to stop that. I mean, probably bring in our Grimmsnarl, set up some screens. So they're gonna use turns to kind of set up their own things, and we can use turns to set up defense and kind of like nullify their strategy. It's kind of hard to read that that's going to be coming, but yeah, we haven't really brought out Grimmsnarl and just set up screens right off the top, so maybe that's something that we want to try. Let's go ahead and get in another one. We're 1-1 right now. So yeah, we see Grimmsnarl coming out. Oh wow. Okay. See Wheezing shut off abilities, but he has some abilities himself that he probably wants to use. So not sure if we're exactly going to be seeing that. No beat up stuff. Oh, probably a swagger. I think we're gonna see a swagger play here. So let's go ahead. Start with Grimmsnarl and Hatterene. Let me see here. We see steel. We see fire. We see water. We can bring Gastrodon to help protect against Gyarados, and then kind of put some pressure on the Ninetales, and then can the Rhyperior live any of this stuff? I guess the Rhyperior could be important also against Gyarados with the stab rock attack. So I guess we're going to bring him there. We are protecting him from water attacks, but we do have 2 grass weak mons in the back, so gonna be very careful and tentative about how we play that. But I think this was the best strategy that we could do to bring out. Here comes Grimmsnarl Dragapult. So yeah, this is most likely going to be a swagger onto his own Dragapult thing. So what we can do here to try to stop this is we are going to do... We're going to toss the Reflect. And we're going to go ahead and Dazzling Gleam. Both of his Pokemon are weak to this, so... I feel like he will probably have to, yeah, he has to bounce out. He can't do that strategy with this play. So he's going to bring up the Ninetales. The Ninetales is going to take that. Oh, well, I guess we aren't going to get a Dazzling Gleam off. But we do get screens up. And this is not a drought Ninetales either. It's pretty interesting. We can go ahead and get another screen up. I'm fine with that. And let's actually set Trick Room. So that Grimmsnarl gets their Reflect up. We are +1 on the screens with just a little bit of damage on us. And here comes, wow, that was a very strong crit hit. Okay. Crit hit and burn. Now we've gotten all the crits against us today and not dished out any crits. So, but that's, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. The Hatterene gets the burn, so at least we know we're not going to Dynamax with Hatterene. We have Spirit Break here. We can toss that on the Grimmsnarl. Let's just get the Grimmsnarl down. Dazzling Gleam to hit both mons. It's not going to do that much against the Ninetales, but at least it can hopefully guarantee that the Grimmsnarl goes down. Or maybe not, with that little damage there. Yeah, so the Ninetales, I mean, yeah, there was a crit, but I'm thinking maybe it's Specs too? The Hatterene does live to take another hit there. I think we're going to go ahead and use this opportunity to switch out. And toss another Dazzling Gleam here. I think by us switching out, it's giving us like a more of an aggressive stance. We know that there's no Solar Beam coming out this turn since there's no drought. So it just gives us a little bit of time. He goes with another Flamethrower. So yeah, this is definitely Specs. Oh, and he gets the KO. That is unfortunate. It's definitely unfortunate. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring out Grimmsnarl. We don't want to show the Gastrodon yet. If the opponent did bring Gyarados, I'd like it to be a surprise. So they might go for a water attack, and then we can bring the Gastrodon in. Because if we can get that play off, that's very good for us. But we're just gonna go ahead, do a Max Quake. I mean, I feel like the Ninetales is not that much of a problem right now, to be honest. Yeah, we can go with the Lucario. It's definitely more of a problem. And we're gonna fake out the Ninetales. We're not gonna fake out the Lucario because the chances are that one's gonna be the one Dynamaxing. So it's just gonna be wasted damage there. This way we just protect our Grimmsnarl from needless damage with the fake out onto the Ninetales. And then we set up a little bit of defenses with this play. Oh, here comes the fake out. A little bit of chip damage there. Okay, the max fake. So our opponent did not Dynamax. Okay. And he hangs on with the focus sash, so that's unfortunate. If we had faked out, then we would have actually gotten the kill on the Lucario. So that's a problem. Here comes a Meteor Mash. Okay. We're actually able to take that damage. So that's pretty good to see. Let's see how many we have. Okay, yeah, final trick room turn here. So we're looking pretty good. So we can actually go ahead, Max Quake the Ninetales, Spirit Break the Lucario, and see what our opponent can do out of this. I figured that, I mean, there could be a switch out now. Like if opponent has Gyarados, that would be a good time to switch out the Ninetales. That could really change the situation of this game, the complexity of it. But looks like opponent's gonna go for an extreme speed. That's not enough to get the kill. Screens are doing their job. We come in with the KO on the Ninetales. Now we're feeling pretty good, but it's gonna come down to our opponent still having Dynamax at their disposal. So that is a little scary. And the Trick Room is going to be up, so the Rhyperiors no longer have the priority. We're going to Dragapult. Oh, okay, no, it's just Dragapult left. Okay. I thought that they still had one more Pokemon to go, but I guess I was wrong. Yeah, we've been raising our special defense. Let's go ahead and raise just our standard defense here. So just go with Spirit Break. Dragapult's not going to want to face that, so he's going to take down. No, he's just going to go ahead and quit. Here we go. That's how we do it. Okay. So 2 out of 3 wins. I think that's pretty good odds. Like that's all I can hope for right now. I think if we can kind of get 2 out of 3 every session, then we're definitely going to be climbing up the ranks. Let's see if our opponent allows us to look at their team. Oh, yes, they do. It's always a good thing. If you can check out the opponent's team, if they're giving you that information, like, you always take it. So he saw Assault Vest on the Ninetales. Flash Fire. Yeah, surprising it's Flash Fire and not Drought. He did have a Grass Attack and Energy Ball. I think it's more of a faster style. You don't have to wait for Solar Beam. But that wasn't doing much. Standard Light Clay there. Standard Focus Sash. Weezing we didn't see. So yeah, surprised opponent did not bring the Gyarados. Dragon Dance. And Choice Specs. Okay. Well, yeah. No, I think that's going to go ahead and end the episode for our first Sword and Shield playthrough. I guess the road to masters, as people like to call it. This is just like, let's get better. Let's see if we can qualify for some tournaments. And I hope you guys are enjoying this. So yeah, let me know if you guys like this sort of let's play as opposed to the Poke1s. I'm definitely going to be doing both. But toss a like and subscribe if you guys want to see more of this content. I'm going to be bringing you as many battles as possible. So as always, I've been Dre Goddams, and you've been great. Take care.